Hey folks, and welcome to Solar Cabin Channel. I've got a couple of special request projects that I've been working on the last couple of weeks, and this is the Stealth 64. Call it the Stealth 64 because it's designed to be compact so that it could be hidden away, making it a stealth cabin, and 64 because it is an 8x8 cabin, 64 square feet. Now, I got requested by an organization that works with homeless veterans and homeless people and disaster relief, emergency housing, to design one of these that could be built cheap, inexpensive, and very sturdy, but also can be taken apart and transported to where they need them. And so this is the design that I've come up with. Now, this has a 4-foot sidewall. It has 8 foot to the peak, and approximately 6 feet of headroom side to side from here to here. So it has good headroom, good side to side movement, and I'll show you the inside of this. Now the interior is just for ideas, okay? This is 64 square feet, 8x8, so it's 8 feet long, 8 feet wide. And you can see that the framing is done in such a way that I've minimized the amount of framing that's needed and also allowed space for this can be insulated. You can put R8 insulation all the way around the walls, and you could do R13 in the roof. So it can be fully insulated or left uninsulated. For mild climates, you really don't need insulation for an emergency housing unit. If you're going to be using it for permanent off-grid, which these would also work for, then you would want to insulate it, of course. Now, I show this with a wood stove, which, of course, is optional. You can get these small wood stoves on Amazon for about $119, but they're a nice little model that would work well in a small cabin like this, or you can leave this out and you could put something else in here if you don't want the wood stove. Show this with a dry sink, with an ice box, or an Alpacool fridge freezer like I have, put underneath here, shelves up above it. Now, a dry sink means that there's no drain in this. What you do is you use those wash tubs, and you just fill up your wash tub from whatever your source is, and then you put it in here so you can wash your dishes or whatever. Then you throw the water outside. I've got a wardrobe over here, a foot locker, and this is shown with a cot-size mattress. And you can either do 2 cots, bunk beds, and sleep 2 people, or you can do a single twin mattress, by making these just a little bit narrower, or you can remove this wardrobe and this desk and you can put a full-size bed in here. So that's how much room it has. You can see that this has really good, nice walk room in between it here. Good 2x3 window on the back. So this has lots of good walk room space in here, and plenty of room for either 2 cot mattresses, a single twin mattress, and you could raise a single twin mattress up design. I will show you in the next design. You can raise a single mattress up to have space underneath the bed, a lot more space of storage underneath the bed. I show this with a desk, wood stove, nice 2x3 window in the back, I think it's the 28-inch door in the front if I remember right. And I also show this with an optional porch. Now, I don't include the porch in the cost estimate for this, but I show it with a nice porch because this porch, in this box here, you can put 2 propane tanks in your battery if you want to use solar. Nice place for a barbecue out there if you want to cook outside, since you might not want to run the wood stove all the time. Just a really nice, inexpensive, and when I say inexpensive, this shell, the cabin, can be built for under $300. That's the entire shell, framing, roof panels, everything except for the deck. And not painted, not finished, not trimmed out, just for the shell, ready to be finished for under $300. So that's a really good project that people could afford to do either for themselves or an organization like a church or housing units for homeless people could build these. They could even have the homeless people build them for them, which would be a good idea, and pay them while they're building them. So, you know, this just a really nice design that would work for a lot of different purposes. This could also be used as a workshop, a sauna, of course an off-grid cabin, maybe you want a little store or something like that. Maybe you run a business, a guest bedroom, and of course a shed. If you want a shed to store your stuff in, this would still, for under $300, it's a heck of a good deal. for building a complete shed that normally costs you about $1,500 if you buy one at Lowe's. Okay, so this is the, let me unhide everything here. This is the Stealth 64, and I will be making the plans free for this, okay, because I'm working with homeless people and as homeless organizations, and as some of you know, I was homeless myself and lived out of my truck before I bought a camper and then built my own cabin, so I have a real soft spot for homeless people and organizations who work with homeless people. So I will be making the plans for this Stealth 64 completely free. Now I'm going to show you the other design that I've been working on. Okay, this is the other project that I've been working on for the last couple of weeks. This is what I call the Shepherd Wagon. It is designed on the Lowe's 5x8 trailer. I went and looked up these today. They're around $750, or you can get them at Home Depot around the same price. 5x8 trailer, and this Shepherd Wagon is 6 foot 8 inches wide, 7 foot 8 inches to the peak, I believe. Good headroom across the top here. This is designed so it can be built right and slipped right into this trailer, and it is a simple to build design. I think the framing on this is something that anybody can handle, which I'll show you here. I show this done in plywood, which would give you just a little bit more stability, and show this here. The framing is all pretty basic framing. There's very few angle cuts. In fact, there's no angle cuts except for the trim on this, the way I've done it, which makes it very easy to build. I box in the framing panels, the roof panels, so you can see the roof framing there. You can see how I box these in. Makes this much easier to construct. Instead of going clear to the tip and doing an angle cut, you just box these in, and it also gives it additional strength in this roof up here. So let me remove this and I'll show you the interior. This is again done in plywood, and this is 6 foot 8 inches wide. A bed is 6 foot 2, so this gives you more room on the interior for your bed than is necessary. It's 6 foot 8 inches wide with a 1 foot or 10 inch overhang. It overhangs 10 inches over both sides. Now the bed platform is designed, this is designed specifically to support and strengthen the wall. So you can see the bed frame extends all the way from one wall to the other and all the way to the back wall. So this ties all the walls together, making everything really, really tight and secure. And I haven't done a cost estimate on this, but I think you could build this easily for under $500. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. If you want to do a finished version, this is just my ideas for how it could be finished up. This would be the same Vardo. Now this comes with a fold-down ramp, which you can use to make a nice porch. If you want to use it, you can fold it up what's not in use, fold it down, and then you just have these detachable rails that you put around to support it for your porch. Now, if you don't want the ramp, or if your trailer doesn't come with a ramp, you don't need it. You could either build your own porch to go out here, or just a simple set of steps works just fine. And you can store your propane on this one. You can store your propane in the front. Now, I show this with a couple of boxes, tool boxes, or storage boxes under the sides. That just kind of gives it that Vardo look. And then I show this painted with either cedar or pine trim. And you can do the roof in any materials you want. I show this with wood shake shingles just to give it a nice look. All right, now this is a Vardo style, but I call it a Shepherd Wagon. It's my own design. Instead of doing a round roof, which takes a lot more work in order to make the roof fit correctly, this uses a barn-style roof, 4 panels, easy to cut, easy to build, and still has that same look to it. It still looks like a Vardo, but this is a Shepherd Wagon. Okay, my own design. Okay, and to show you what you can do, this has the same interior as the other, as the Stealth 64. However, I showed this with the twin bed on a platform. So this has a twin bed, and because this is 6 foot 8, the bed goes almost all the way to the walls. And here's what I showed you. You can do this on a platform. Now I haven't finished this up down here. Still got some work to do on these. But underneath here, you've got 40 inches by 8 feet of storage space. So you can do a pull-out table, you can do drawers, you can do whatever you want. You can even put a mini fridge underneath here if you want. The rest of it is still the same. I still show it with a dry sink, your alpacool or stored your ice chest underneath there, a wardrobe on that side, a pantry on this side, and then a desk. And if you don't want the desk, there's room in here that you could put that wood stove, that small wood stove. I really don't recommend wood stoves in a place this small. They're going to run you out. But if you want to put a wood stove in there, a lot of people like them. And so you can put a small wood stove in there. I would heat this with just one of those buddy heaters, propane buddy heaters. Now I also show this with a nice little design here in the center to make this a Vardo style. So you could put curtains around this, and you can make it all gypsy style. You know, nice little peaceful place in there. You pull your curtains and you got privacy for when you're sleeping. And then if you have a pulled-out table here, you can put a couple of chairs. Someone could sit on the bed, or you can put a couple of chairs and eat a meal here. You got a desk where you can do your studying or eat a meal there. And then you'd have your porch out there if you want. So that is the design, my ideas for how I would finish it. You may want to finish it up differently, but it's a really nice looking on that small a trailer. A very nice looking little shepherd wagon. So I'm going to show you this on this other side over here. Now this same shepherd wagon can also be built as a freestanding unit. If you don't want a trailer or you don't have a trailer, you can build this as a freestanding unit. Again, it's 6'8" and 7'8" to the peak. However, instead of having the 10-inch cutouts here that have to go over the sidewalls on the trailer, I just built this with straight walls. Okay, this just has straight walls, and then this can be placed on skids, or it could be placed on deck block, or it can be built on casters. Now this would make it really nice for organizations that need to store these or move these around where they need to. You could build this on 8-inch casters because it's lightweight enough. Each caster will hold about 1,100 pounds. So you can build this on casters. Okay? And this is 8 feet long and 6'8" wide. And so it will fit right into a car parking spot. So you remember when the California fires hit and everybody had to leave their homes, and they went and lived in Walmart parking lots. In tents. They didn't have enough shelter for them. Something like this would have sure been handy. They could have just rolled them into place for people to use to sleep in and get you out of the rain. You know, finish it up real nice like I showed that other one. And, you know, put a couple of cot beds in it and some basic supplies, and people could use these to live in. So this is the shepherd wagon. And it is designed either to be a freestanding unit like this. It could be built on skids or on caster wheels, or put on that Lowe's trailer that I showed you that has the nice ramp that you can use for your porch, and fix it all up, doll it up all nice in whatever colors and finishings that you want, roofing materials, put your boxes underneath it. Makes a heck of a little cabin to take with you. And these are neat because they can be slid right out. You could actually slide this right out of the trailer if you wanted to. And if you build it on skids, you could slide it right out like you did that other one. Slide it right out onto the ground, then you can use your trailer for something else, and you can camp in this and live in this while you're doing other stuff with your trailer. So I think that's a really neat design, and I'm going to include both of these for free in a set of plans. I'm still working on it. I hope to have it done in about a week, and I will announce it here in another video. And but I just wanted to do a preview because everybody was kind of getting antsy, wanting to know what these look like. So this gives you an idea of what the Stealth 64 and what this shepherd wagon looks like, and I will include both of them in a free set of plans and have them available on my website. In the meantime, you can go look at my website, www.simplesolarhomesteading.com. Again, that's simplesolarhomesteading.com. Okay, folks, that is the shepherd wagon and the Stealth 64. I hope you enjoyed seeing this design. These are still a work in progress. I'm still working on the plans. Hope to have them done here in about a week, and I will announce it here. And, well, I guess that's about it. And thanks, everybody, for stopping by. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel if you like designs like this.